Welcome back. In this video we're going to add the drivers that have signed in for tonight's race. So we're going to create the race and add drivers to the race. So you go to your menu, here's my list of drivers, and once again you can add drivers right here. This adds them to the master list. These are not the drivers that have signed in for tonight's racing event. This is the master list. First we have to create a race. So we'll create a race, hit new, what track, if you have more than one track, pick your track. I'm using Daytona, and I have 3 divisions here. I have late models, sprints, and E-mods. You can give your race a name. Doesn't matter. It's just there to be on your printouts. But you do not have to. And if you have any sponsors for that race, you can select them from your drop-down. So if you notice, this race window is a floatable window. You can move it around. I like to cover up and drag it a little bit bigger, so I have a little more room to work. This left side here is your list of drivers that are signed in for tonight's event per division. Each division obviously has its own list. Right now my list is empty. If you want to, you can make that list wider or smaller. This area here is where your heat races and your mains are going to show up. So for now we'll make it a little bit bigger because we're just adding drivers. And to add drivers, you hit the plus sign. Add drivers, remove a driver, pill draw a driver. After your driver's in, you can assign groups to them, A, B, C, D if you're going to use grouping. Currently you can import an XML file from the Westhold system, and then the big X is scratch a driver. The difference between scratch and delete is delete or remove will take them out of there as if you made a mistake. Scratch will leave them in your list, but scratch them from future events. If a driver scratches after the heat races, for example, it will not put him in the B main lineup, but you still want him on your list because he was there and entered the racing for tonight. So hit the plus sign, it'll bring up your driver list. You can sort this list by any of these headings up here, car number, name. Just makes it easier to find. You can also search for driver by typing the name in. But again, this is my master list. So if you pill draw in the pits with bingos or pull tabs, you can just click the drivers as you have them on your pill draw sheet. You do not have to assign a pill draw number. So I'm going to do that for the late model division here. You just double click the drivers and it will move them over there to the assigned drivers. Currently I have 9 drivers for tonight's event. And you can use the wheel if you have a wheel on your mouse to scroll up or down. Okay, so we're going to stop at 14 drivers for the late models. Once you've added your drivers, if a new driver shows up that's not on your list, just hit the new button. It'll pop up the window. You can fill in his information and then add him to tonight's list. Hit the plus sign. That will close your drivers list. Now we're going to go to another division. I'm going to show you a pill draw. One option is to add some drivers, and then you can just type in the pill number. So let me add some drivers. Once again, this is your master list. I'm just double clicking. So if you know that 15 drivers are generally here tonight and you want to get them in there before you ever get to the track, that's fine. And then you can come over and assign a pill number to them. You can just type in a number and the list will sort them by your pill number if you hit the sort button. You do not have to put them in pill number. It will go ahead and sort them. If you notice, when I type an 8 here, as soon as I go hit enter, he'll drop up to the top of the list. If I type 14 for Gerald Ford, it should put him in the correct spot. So that's an easy way to do it. Just type in a pill number, doesn't matter what you type. If you made a mistake, you can go back and change it. If you gave 2 people the same pill number, just go change one. If somebody came later after you had these all in here, just add them to the bottom. Just hit the plus sign and let's add Millard Fillmore. And he drew pill 2, so it automatically put him in the second spot. While you're here, you can assign transponder numbers, change hometowns, Change the owner information. So that, and then close the driver adding window. So now we're going to go to the eMods, and we're going to show you the automatic pill generator in the system. So you'll want to hit the plus sign, double click on John Adams, and then hit the pill. This will draw a pill for him. It's going to get loud. Hit the start button. And then when you're ready, hit draw. It'll assign him a 38 out of 100. Hit the button, and it put the 38 number there. If you need to do it again, highlight it and do it again. You have to remove the number first. Keeps you from accidentally making the change. And start over. So 41 for John Adams, and I'm going to pick William Clinton. Hit the pill button. Oops, I'm still selected on John Adams, so let's click on Clinton. If you notice, the 41 is grayed out. That's because someone else already has it. So hit the draw button. Stop it. 57. You could also use the enter key. You don't have to use the mouse. Assign the 57 to William Clinton. That's pretty much it for assigning entering drivers with the pill draw. You can do them all first, then you can come back and say, okay, I'd like you to pill draw. You can do them all one at a time. Obviously the best ways to do it if you're using this method is when they come up to draw. But again, you could put all your drivers that you think are coming in your list and then just click on them and let them draw as they come in. So that's it for entering drivers into tonight's divisions.